Hi. So, now let's talk about terminal tones in communicative types of utterances. When we speak, we divided sentence in sense group. There is a group of logical connected words. Short simple sentence usually contain only one sentence group. A long sentence usually contain several sentence groups. For example, the sentence "She lives in Kiev" contains one sense group. The sentence "When she studied at school, she lived in Lviv" contains two sense group. Then and final sense group "When she studied at school" and final sense group "She lived in Lviv." The final sense group is the main sense group of the sentence. Its intonation and tone determine the type of sentence. The final sense group usually stands at the end of sentence. The non-final sense group usually stands at the beginning of or in the middle of the sentence. If the sentence contains only one sense group, usually only one tone is used in it at the end of the sentence. For example, the following tone in statements "She lives in Kiev" or rising tone in general question "Does she live in Kiev?" Form and combination of tone rise, fall, rise, fall, rise are used in sentence containing two sense groups. There's two tones if there are two sense group in the sentence, and more tones if there are more sense group. The whole sequence tone in a sentence contain two sense group follows certain general principles. The final tone, terminal tone in the final sentence group at the end of sentence determined by a type of sentence. For example, the following tone in generally used in statements and a special question, and the rising tone is generally used in general questions and requests. The choice of tone in the non-final sense group at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence is usually determined by such factors as importance of the sense group in the sentence, its completeness, and degree of its connection with final sense group. In the non-final sense group, it is closely connected in meaning with the final sense group and cannot be used without the final sense group. The rising tone is generally used in non-final sense group. The sequence of tone rise fall is quite common in sentences containing two sense group. For example, when she studied at school, she lived in Lviv. If the non-final sense group is more or less independent from the final sense group and can be used by itself. And falling tone is generally used in the non-final sense group. So you can see more examples in my work. Bye.